Man, what is good with you, though? Ugh! What? Today I have a battle against a guy who thinks Black Blastoise is the best battler ever, even though I whip his ass on the daily. That's my Latios. I'm just kidding. That was more of an inside joke. But real talk, I got a battle against a guy named That's My Latios. Met him on the Small Gun Wi-Fi Battle Finder. And he's pretty good, not gonna lie. And as you can see, his team is standard as hell, which is how I like him. And looking at his team, I knew it really wouldn't give me trouble unless my Tentacruel died before I needed it to. And also looking at his team, I can tell that his Landers is scarfed because he has nothing fast on his team at all, unless his Rotom is scarfed. But later on in the battle, I find out that his Rotom is not scarfed, which means that his Landers is scarfed. And looking at his team, I knew he'd lead with his Rotom, so let's get into the battle. So he's going to lead with his Rotom like I predicted at the beginning of the battle, because I have a Landorus and I have a Tyranitar, and I have a Skarmory, so I knew he'd lead with his Rotom because that's the best thing to lead with. So because I knew he'd lead with his Rotom, I'm going to lead with my Celebi, and because I know he doesn't want to take a Leaf Storm or a Giga Drain first turn, I'm going to go for the U-turn as he switches out to his Heatran, and I go out to my Tyranitar just so I can get my rocks up early. Now I could go for Earthquake, but you know, he has a lot of Pokemon that levitate, namely Gliscor, Rotom, and Landorus. And he switches out to his Landorus now, so I didn't want to go for the Earthquake, thinking that he might predict the Superpower because a lot of Tyranitars don't even carry Earthquake. So I just set up my rocks first turn. Now I'm going to switch to my Skarmory here, and he goes for the U-turn, so he has me in a bad situation here. But luckily for me, I put a lot of defensive EVs on my Celebi just in case I would ever get into the situation. The situation I was talking about was the U-turn Landorus and the Volt Switch Rotom, because all he has to do is U-turn out of my Skarmory and he can just go into his Rotom and use Volt Switch, and it's a cycle. Anyway, so he goes out to his Heatran on my Skarmory. I knew that he'd probably get up his rocks now, so I go out to my Tentacruel just so I can Rapid Spin them away. Because I don't like Stealth Rocks, especially when I have Pokemon that need as much HP as possible on my team. Namely Dragonite and Celebi. I need those guys at around full HP at all times, and Skarmory as well. Anyways, he goes out to his Rotom, and right here I see that it's not scarfed or anything, because I saw the leftovers. So thinking that he might go for the Will-O-Wisp or the Volt Switch, I'm going to go out to my Celebi. He does go for the Volt Switch, and now I'm in that situation again because he's just going to go out to his Landorus and he's going to keep Volt Switching and U-turning and Volt Switching and U-turning. So at one point I'm going to have to stay in with my Celebi and go for the Recover because I know I can take a U-turn up to a certain extent. So I'm going to switch out here, go to my Skarmory just to see if he is indeed going to go for the U-turn. And I really went to my Skarmory just to see if he had Smackdown or I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain my thought process right there, but I went out to my Skarmory just in case, you know, he wanted to use U-turn, and he did use U-turn, and now he's obviously going to go for the Volt Switch. I wanted to switch in my Landorus, but that's way too risky this early in the battle, because if he went for Hydro Pump, I would have been fucking screwed. So I'm just going to make the safe move and go out to my Celebi. And right here is what I'm talking about. I have 279 HP left because of the Sandstorm. I'm not going to get any more HP back unless I use Recover. So what I'm going to do here is just stay in, and I know I can live a hit because I have a lot of HP and I have a lot of defense. And I'm going to stay in, take the hit, use Recover just to immediately get back as much HP as possible. I live with 31 HP, not a lot, but I am going to be at around 200 HP after the Recover. So that's always good because now my Celebi's still alive. Now he brings in his Ferrothorn. Since I know I have a lot of defense, I know his Gyro Ball won't be doing much because I'm not that fast either. So I'm just going to go for another Recover, even though I know he might most likely go for his Spikes. But I don't really care because my Tentacruel is there. So I'm going to go for the Recover here, and then next turn I'm going to go for the HP Fire just to weaken that Ferrothorn a little bit because I don't have a lot of special attack EVs. I do have some, but not a lot. So I know the HP Fire won't be doing that much, even though, you know, it's 4 times effective. But then again, it is a Ferrothorn, so yeah. So I'm going to go for the HP Fire. He's going to go for his second layer of Spikes, I believe. So, you know, that's not good at all. I got to get in my Tentacruel ASAP just to get those fucking Spikes out of there. Otherwise, it will cause a lot of problems. So what I'm going to do now is predict him to switch out, not wanting to take another HP Fire, and I'm going to predict him to switch out to his Landorus because I was thinking he was going to switch in his Landorus into the HP Fire just so that he could, you know, U-turn out and, I don't know, go to his Heatran or something. But, yeah, I predicted that nicely and use U-turn, and I'm able to send in my Skarmory. Now, what I'm going to do here is set up some Spikes. I was going to Whirlwind just in case he wanted to bring in his Heatran, and he does end up bringing in his Heatran. but I'd rather get at spikes, seeing as he has a scissor and he has a ferrothorn that you know, will be much easier to take out if I have hazards up, and he doesn't have a rapid spinner, so that's always good. So right now I'm going to switch out to my Tentacruel, and he's going to go for the Roar, I believe. So that's a nice play on his part, because now he's going to be weakening my Tentacruel as well as keeping me from rapid spinning his spikes and his oh, he doesn't have Stealth Rocks up anymore, but he's keeping me from rapid spinning his spikes away, so that's good. So oh, good for him, not good for me. Anyways, I'm gonna go right back out to my Tentacruel, and you know, he makes a good play here. He goes out to his Gliscor, probably just trying to wall my my Dragonite in case I wanted to go for the Dragon Dance or something, but he does have Roar, so I don't really know his thought process there. But it's a good thing that he went out to his Gliscor here, because I'm going to be forced to switch out because I don't want to lose my Tentacruel so early. And I'm going to go out to my Skarmory. Now I was hoping he didn't have Taunt, and it turns out that he does have Taunt. If he had Swords Dance, he might have been able to do a lot of damage with this Gliscor here. But he never revealed that he had Swords Dance, so I don't know what his fourth move was, but I know he has Taunt, Earthquake, and Ice Fang. Anyways, I'm going to switch out to my Celebi here, just to take any move that he wants to go for. If he wanted to go for Swords Dance, it would have been pretty bad because I have Leaf Storm, which means that I can't get a consistent amount of damage on his Gliscor every time I attack him. Anyways, as you can see, my HP is starting to get low with all the spikes and all the, you know, switching in and out and the Sandstorm and whatnot. So I'm going to go for the Recover as he switches into his Heatran. I'm not really worried about his Heatran at all because I do have my Tentacruel alive. And I'm going to switch that in now just to get, you know, the spikes, and if he wants to go for Stealth Rocks, I can get the spikes and all the hazards out of here. So I'm going to go for the U-turn because I know I'm probably faster, seeing as how his Heatran has Stealth Rock. And if your Heatran has Stealth Rock, it's most likely bulky, so I knew that I'd be faster and safe to go for the U-turn. So now I'm going to bring in my Tentacruel, and he does indeed go for the Stealth Rock, so that's good. So from here, I know for a fact I'm going to be able to get off my Rapid Spin, obviously, because, you know, he has nothing to stop me from doing so. I'm faster than his Heatran, and if he wants to, you know, stay in, then that's fine. If he wants to switch out, that's also fine. So he goes for the Roar here just to get my Tentacruel out of here. Big threat, yes, yes, yes. And he roars me out to my Dragonite again. Okay, stop, please, God, please. Ugh, what? And I'm going to be forced to switch out. My freaking multi-scale is already broken, so I'm going to switch right back out to my Tentacruel in case he wants to go for the Stealth Rock again. But he switches out to his Landorus. Good move on his part. But like I said, from analyzing his team at the beginning of the battle, I can pretty much assume that his Landorus is Scarfed. And from him bringing in his Landorus so much, it's actually starting to get pretty low on HP from just the Stealth Rock's damage itself. So that just shows you the importance of Stealth Rock in a competitive match. So I go for the Protect just to see what move he'd go for, because I know he's Scarfed. So I know whatever move he's going to go for, he's going to be locked into. And he ends up going for the U-turn, and I'm going to just stay and go for the Scald in case he wants to go to his Ferrothorn. Maybe I get the burn on that. But I actually end up getting the burn on his Rotom that he switches in, so that's always good as well. That big Haxinator. Yes! What other reason is there to use Scald over Surf? I can get a 30% chance of a burn. Chia. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Protect just to get a little bit more damage on him, and see how much HP he'd have after, you know, all the after effects are done, after the burn damage is done, after the Sandstorm is done. I want to see how much HP he has left, and just see if I can kill him with a Scald. But that's not going to be the case because he has way too much HP for a Scald to kill from there. So I'm just going to switch out, go to my Celebi, and he does go for the Volt Switch, so that's good that I switched out because I was thinking about staying in case he wanted to predict my Landorus switch in, which I was thinking about. But he didn't predict it, he just went straight for the Volt Switch, so that's good, that's fine, that's fine. So now I'm in a pickle because he has his Heatran out and I have my Celebi out, and I know that he's most likely going to go for the Roar, but just in case he wants to go for the Stealth Rock, I'm going to go for the U-turn, switch out to my Tentacruel just in case he wants to set up his hazards again, get a little sassy. Sass me one more time! Anyways, he goes for the Roar, so that's a good move on his part, because you know I switched it to my Tentacruel. But right here, I could have killed his Heatran with an Earthquake, but I thought that it was more important to keep my Tentacruel in on this Heatran because I could get rid of the Stealth Rock. Even though later in the match he ends up getting his Stealth Rock for the rest of the match anyways, but I don't know. I thought my priority was to make sure that he didn't have Stealth Rock on the field. Now it's not my fault that I thought this because he goes for the Lava Plume and gets the burn. So you know, that kind of ruined my plans and my thought process because I wasn't factoring in the fact or the chance that he could get a burn into the equation. I was thinking, you know, My Tentacruel walls his Heatran. I can rapid spin as much as I want. But now he can kill me without actually attacking me. So that's the problem that we're getting across here. He can kill me without attacking me, which means that he can set up his rocks and you know, shit. He can set up his rocks and kill me at the same time. He can't set up his rocks or kill me. He can set up his rocks and kill me. So that was the part I wasn't really thinking about during the battle, which is why he ends up getting up his rocks for the rest of the match. But anyways, right there, I used Scald instead of Rapid Spin, so that he thought I was going to use Rapid Spin, so that's why he went for the Stuck Rock again, even though I already had him up. Anyways, I'm going to go out to my Landorus now. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And, I'm going for the Earthquake, that Earth. But, he switches in his Rotom as Death Fodder, so that's good. Good for me. No, it's not good. It's not good at all, actually. Because I could have killed something if he... Anyways, I'm rambling. Anyways, I know he's Scarfed. He knows he's Scarfed, so he brings in his Landorus to go for the HP Ice. But I'm not having it, so I'm gonna send in my my Klepto here, and he's gonna take the HP Ice very well, despite being a physical wall. And now that I know he's locked in the HP Ice, I have a free opportunity to go for the big Roostinators. Yes, the Roostinators, delicious, nutritious HP. So I go for the Roost, and he brings in his Heatran again. Big, ugly mofo. And obviously I'm not going to stay in, so I'm going to switch out to my Tyranitar right now. And he's going to go for the Lava Plume. He's not going to get the burn, and I am in front of the battle. So let's wait for the battle to catch up to what I already said. How you guys doing today? Anyways, he goes for the Lava Plume. Doesn't do anything, obviously, because I got that special defense. Too much special defense! That's a shout out to my boy Kick Me Please. You guys probably don't know who he is though. Anyways, he's gonna get one last ditch effort off on my what am I saying? He's gonna talk to my Tyranitar before he dies, and I'm gonna kill him with an Earthquake. Yeah. So now he's gonna go out to a Scizor. This is where shit goes downhill for me, because as you can see, I'm in a very good position right now to win the battle. But Hacks is a bitch. Anyway, so he's gonna go for the U-turn here. And, you know, he's going to U-turn out because, you know, that's what U-turn does and stuff. And he's going to go out to his Gliscor, which is free to do whatever it wants to me because Brave Bird's not going to do anything, first of all. And second of all, he has Taunt. So I'm screwed. I got to switch out to my Celebi here. So what I'm going to do is take the Taunt. Take the Taunt like it's a physical move. I take the Taunt. I fall for the Taunt. And now I'm going to get off a big hit with Leaf Storm. But like I said earlier in the narration, I cannot get consistent damage off on this Gliscor for two reasons. One, those falling blue marbles you just saw. And two, he has Poison Heal. So those two together is just a bad combination because Leaf Storm is incredibly weak right now. So I can't do anything to his Gliscor. Now I know that he might switch out because he can trap me with the Scizor here. And also my special attack is so low that I might as well switch out, right? So I'm going to go for the U-turn here. And it actually works to my favor because he doesn't stay in with his Gliscor. And I don't know why he didn't, to be honest. I know Leaf Storm they wouldn't have taken him out, that's for sure. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Anyways, I go out to my Klepto here as he has this threatening Scizor on the field. I know I can take a superpower, so I can set up my spikes. And what the fuck? My heart! Critical hit! That makes things so much more difficult because I know I could have lived the superpower from there. I could have killed the Scizor next turn, or I could have set up another layer of spikes. But I should have the battle right now because I knew he'd switch out because he's locked in the superpower. So I'm going to be able to get up a Dragon Dance. And this should be a sweep from here because if his Scizor switches back into the spikes and the Stealth Rocks, then that will just mean that I can kill his Scizor with an extreme speed. So yeah. So I'm going to go for the Fire Punch +1. It's definitely going to take out the Ferrothorn, obviously. Duh. So, all that's left in my way is this Gliscor here because what he wants to do is make me use Outrage. And if I use Outrage, I'll be locked into Outrage, which means he can get off the priority Bullet Punch. So I went for the Extreme Speed for a reason. I went for the Extreme Speed in order to Extreme Speed his Gliscor, kill that. Extreme Speed his Scizor, kill that, and then Extreme Speed his Landorus, kill that. But he fucking lived. Did you see that? Hold on, you gotta see that again.
No.
Are you serious right now? I can't believe that didn't kill. That must have been minimum damage. Ugh. Anyways, so I'm going to set up my landers, and I'm free to use HP Ice because he has nothing to switch in unless he wants something to die. So I take out that big threat. Get that big threat out of here. So now he goes out to a Scizor. He's definitely choice banded. So for that reason, I thought 100% that this Bullet Punch would kill me. Good lord, am I lucky. I gotta calc that for sure. Definitely gonna calc that after this narration. So I live the Bullet Punch because hard body baby knocking any nigga back. And I take out his Scizor, and therefore I win the battle. Because if I didn't take out the Scizor right there, it would have been a lot harder. But I'm pretty sure I could have still won. So that's good. You know, that's always good. So I have my Celebi left, which has a lot of defensive EVs, and I have this Tyranitar left. So I gotta let my Tyranitar die from an Earthquake, because I know my Celebi can live in Earthquake, and I know he's locked into Earthquake. And for that reason, I know he's locked into Earthquake because he's locked into Earthquake. Yes. Do you like the logic? You like the logic, don't you? Anyways, like I was saying, he's locked into Earthquake, so I can get off the HP Fire and take out his landers. That's a date, nigga. Anyways, very good battle. I had a lot of fun during this battle. Made me think a lot about some stuff, but not really, because I go on that PO every day. This is daily work. This is light work. Holla at me. I'm just kidding. I gotta calm down. I'm too hyper right now. New Battle Tower episode coming out tomorrow. And yeah, so see you guys later. I'm rambling as usual.